In today's video, we're going to be talking about the overload of Valentine's Day decorations that are already flooding the stores. And we know they've been doing this for years, but it seems like they just keep doing it earlier and earlier every single year. Like, I swear that when I went into HomeSense not that long ago, like before Christmas, they already had Valentine's Day decorations out. So I don't know what that's about because Christmas hadn't even happened yet, but like, why? I know I talk about overconsumption on here and like de-influencing and everything like that, but I'm just as tempted to buy things as you are. I'm a little bit more disciplined in saying no than I was like a couple months ago, a couple years ago. I used to be that person that would buy all the cute things just because, even though I couldn't afford it. Like, let me swipe that credit card, let me rack up that bill because I want that and I want it now. So Valentine's Day is not just a holiday. Honestly, it's not even a national holiday, but we celebrate it like it is. It's a day of love, but it's become more of a seasonal industry rather than an actual holiday. The pressure to deck out your house for Valentine's Day is getting almost just as intense as it is for Christmas or Halloween. This is just another way to fuel overconsumption. And before we get into the video today and the videos we're going to watch, I'm going to tell you my personal stance on decorating for Valentine's Day. I personally think it's a waste of money. If it makes you happy, go right ahead. But I do think that this narrative of having to go all out for one day that's not even a holiday shouldn't be a thing. You don't need to buy a buttload of expensive gifts to show someone you love them. And I feel like online, on TikTok, now that TikTok's back, we are going to see more of this as the years go on. Who honestly has the funds to spend like $100 to $200 on Valentine's Day gifts after just going into debt for Christmas? Because if you watched my Christmas video, I'll link it somewhere here, you know that majority of people go into debt for Christmas and they're paying that off the rest of the year. So you're telling me that you're going into debt for Christmas, buying people presents, and then 2 months later, not even, you have to buy Valentine's Day gifts too. What happened to like Valentine's Day cards? Let's just throw that out there. What happened to just a Valentine's Day card with a heartfelt message and like a $10 Tim Hortons gift card? Why is that not good enough anymore? We need to really understand who all of this decor and all of our purchases are really for. Is it for our friends or family? Not really. It's the retailers and the brands that are profiting off of the seasonal cycle of buying and discarding. These items are fun in the moment, don't get me wrong, they can add joy, they can be fun, but they are designed to make you spend, not to add lasting value to your life. Companies have literally made it so then you feel the need to buy things in order to celebrate Valentine's Day properly. It's a full-blown consumer frenzy. We've seen this for a long time. I know when I was a kid, I used to see those TV ads from jewelry stores telling you that love requires diamonds. And now that social media is a more prominent thing in people's everyday lives, we now have influencer culture to worry about, pushing those holiday restocks every time there's a holiday, even if it's a minuscule one. There's almost like this fear that if you don't spend that much money, you're gonna be seen as someone who doesn't love somebody as much, or someone that just doesn't put as much effort into giving a gift compared to Joe and Sally. Like, when I was a kid, Valentine's Day cards were a thing, but that was the extent of it. And honestly, that was enough to make everybody happy. That is what makes the day meaningful, not the overpriced, mass-produced pink junk that is filling our social media feeds. We're gonna watch a few videos just in different areas of how overconsumption has kind of taken over Valentine's Day. And the first videos we're gonna watch are some Target hauls. So let's get into that. Sometimes when I see stores pushing this level of like themed decor, it makes me a little bit nauseous just because I know what the purpose is behind it, and it's to get people to spend money. It's also very overwhelming. The shelves are filled with like pink and red themed like candy, decor, plates, like glasses even, and aisles dedicated to things that we don't actually need. Like, she's buying a lot of plates, cups, like things that she probably already owns at home, but she has to buy more because they're Valentine's Day themed. And you know, I totally understand this if you have like a get together you're throwing and you want to add like a little bit of spice to your display. That's fine. But when we see videos like this, it almost sparks like a fear of missing out. So you're like, oh, that's really cute, I want that. And then you're going to go to the store and buy things that you realistically do not need. So I'm not hating on the creator. The point of this video is to de-influence you guys from feeling the need to buy things that you don't really need. If it makes you happy and you can afford it, go ahead. But the point is, you don't need to do it if you don't want to. She also bought a lot of candy. And don't get me wrong, I totally understand buying this amount of candy if you're having like a get together or throwing a party. But if that is just for you, that's very unhealthy. If it's being ate over time, no big deal, like months down the road or whatever. I don't know how long this lasts without expiring, but if you were eating that consistently and like have that gone within a week, that's very unhealthy. And I'd be booking a dentist appointment almost immediately, because that much sugar is not good for your teeth, for your digestive system. For one, you're going to be constipated as heck, and it's not good for your wallet. If that's like an ongoing thing that you buy that much candy, that's not a healthy way to live. Let's look at the receipt that she posted. It said that she spent $125 on Valentine's Day decor and candy. I had to almost do a double take when I watched this for the first time, because honestly, who spends that much on Valentine's Day decor and candy? Maybe I'm just one of those odd ducks that just don't go all out for Valentine's Day unless like we're going out for dinner or whatever. But buying decor and things like that, like after spending so much money on Christmas and like New Year's Day, who has money to go spend on that kind of stuff? Like, are we really at a point where spending that much money on a holiday that isn't even considered a national holiday is the standard? $125 on stuff, apart from the candy, the other stuff that is just going to sit in the cupboard and not be used any other point of the year, only to be replaced by the next themed haul. I think there's Easter coming up, there's St. Patrick's Day, like there's so many other holidays that is just going to be fuel for overconsumption. And we're going to be seeing other themed hauls in the months to come. In my opinion, that's a huge expense for something that is so fleeting. What's wild to me is how normalized this level of spending has become. Social media and influencers, for one, have just been trying to normalize this level of spending every single time there's a holiday. And even when there's not a holiday, we see hauls all the time of people buying home decor that they don't realistically need. We see a buttload of like makeup hauls, and we've talked about this stuff before, but the amount of money that influencers are willing to drop on something and then also promote it to their audience, it's normalizing this level of spending. And it's not a healthy level of spending either, because most people can't afford to live like that. That's like a full day of work for a minimum wage worker. Minimum wage is $17.20 here in Canada now, and without taxes taken off, it's about $138 for 8 hours of work. But with taxes taken off, let's just see how much it would cost to work a full day at your job. This has also been kind of something that has helped me stop spending so much. Like if I go to the store and I see something that I want to buy, I will calculate it and be like, how many days of work do I have to work in order to purchase this item? And most of the time I skip it. I don't buy it because time is valuable. So $17.20 times 8 is $137. Let's just say taxes 13%. I don't know if that's accurate, but with taxes taken off, 8 hours of work for a minimum wage worker would leave you with $119.71. Now, I don't know if that's accurate, but I'm just going off of how I've calculated things in the past. I'm sorry, I don't want to spend 8 hours of my day working away to buy that stuff. That's not worth it to me. I'd rather save that money for something I really want, like moving out, for example, or like a bigger purchase or a trip or an experience, not on some junk that's going to sit in my cupboard for years on end and probably be replaced by next year's Valentine's Day haul. Anyways, if you guys do that tip, I guarantee you're going to want to spend less, because you're going to start thinking about the amount of time that you put into working in order to purchase the thing you want to purchase. So if you try it, let me know if that works for you, but it's really helped deter me from unnecessary spending. We're going to watch another video of a Target haul, so let's get into that. So that one was really, really short. Again, it's just stuff that she probably already has at home, plus some candy. That one doesn't seem that bad. It doesn't seem like she bought a lot of stuff, but again, it's unnecessary spending. You don't have to buy these things if you don't want to. Don't feel pressured to buy these things because influencers are posting their hauls online. In my whole 28 years of life, I've never bought any Valentine's Day themed decor ever. Like I said when we watched the last video, I can understand if you're having a get together or you're throwing a themed party, but I personally think decorating for just one day is a waste of money. Now, everyone's definition of a waste of money is different, and I totally get that. That's fine. But if any of you guys decorate for Valentine's Day, just let me know. I'm not judging anyone for decorating for Valentine's Day. I'm more just upset with businesses and brands. They make themed versions of everything just to maximize off of your wallets, and that's the issue. Of course, influencers play into this and everything like that, but the main issue is the brands and the businesses, in my opinion. The next topic we're going to get into is Galentines Day. I'm all for getting together with your friends and having a good day on Valentine's Day if you're single or if you just want to spend time with your friends, but some of these Galentines Day videos are just pushing it to the extreme, so we're going to take a look at some of these now. If she's making this for all of her friends, that is quite an expense. Like, there's a lot of expensive things in here. Those Sol de Janeiro body sprays are not cheap. They are quite expensive. The Cocoa Cloud stuff, I don't know how much that is, but there's a lot of really expensive things in here and a lot of things at that. Also, for reference, if you've ever been influenced to buy those bubble headbands, if you watch my old vlogs, you'll see them on my head. It broke, like snapped in half. So I ordered another one because I like having my hair out of my face, and I was like, oh, whatever, it's cute. So I ordered it off Amazon and it came to me snapped in half, broken. I don't know how good of a quality these things are, but I did not buy another one after that. I was like, you know what? I'm not going to buy another one. I'll just not use a headband anymore because these things are so poorly made. Don't be influenced to buy them just because influencers have them. They will not last. Buying your friend something for Valentine's Day is totally fine. Like, you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to do whatever you want. But after Christmas, like, how are you going to afford to buy your friend all that stuff? Like, if you can afford it, sure, that's great. But the more we see these things posted online, the more it's going to become normalized and expected. And that's when it becomes an issue. I don't think the amount of love you have for someone should be measured by how much you spend on them. When did love become about the money instead of actual quality time, heartfelt gifts? You don't have to spend a lot of money to show somebody that you care about them. So we have Target hauls, we have prepping for Galentine's Day, which is costing us a lot of money too. And now we have bay baskets, and you guys know how I feel about the baskets. If you're new here, you don't know, but I have a couple other restock videos where I go into like burr baskets. Like, why do we need a basket for every single holiday or occasion? You have people doing boo baskets, and then there was the burr baskets where they don't even spell burr right. It's BRR, by the way, not BURR. I don't know who started that trend and why they started calling them that. It's incorrect. That's like a burr that's stuck to your clothes is how they're spelling these things. And now you have bay baskets or Valentine's Day baskets. I'm so sick and tired of seeing people packing baskets filled with expensive items for every single occasion, and then people in the comments being like, I want that. I would die if I had that. We're gonna watch this video where it says this is your sign to make your bestie a bay basket. This is your sign that you are going to go broke, okay? These influencers want you to go broke. They want you to spend money. And the reason I know this is because if you look at the comments, you can see that people are asking where the bag is from, and she's saying, LL Bean, I put all the links in my profile. And that goes all through the comments. I'm not going to show you guys all the comments, but this is obviously an ad for the bag that she's putting this stuff in. That's that. It's just a ploy to get money off of you again. The idea is cute. Yes, it isn't filled with that many items items that are expensive. But the point being, this is an ad. It's meant for you to spend money on the bag that she's putting stuff in because it fits the Valentine's Day themed color scheme. And that's all it is. And some of the things in this video are just utterly useless. Like that heart-shaped squishy thing. What is the person you're giving this to realistically going to do with that? It's going to end up in the garbage or forgotten about or lost even because it's not something of value. Or that red little mini purse. Like, what is that for? What is that going to fit into it? A lip gloss maybe? But like, why would you want to take up space in your purse with this little mini purse that holds a lip gloss? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. And there's no way that anyone's going to walk out of the house with like a little purse like in their fingers like that. I think the thing we need to realize, if we learned anything from the video I posted last week about how influencers are lying to us, is the fact that this is not being given to anybody at all. Influencers put these baskets together so you can be inspired to make one yourself and purchase the links in their Amazon storefront or their affiliate links like this LL beanbag thing. Who knows what's real and what's not? Some influencers could actually give these baskets to somebody, or 99% of them could just be doing it for the video and not actually giving it to anybody. But don't feel like you need to go out and copy these baskets and give them to somebody just because they are making that normalized. Not only do we have Galentine's Day boxes, we have bay baskets, but now there's a new thing where we're doing bouquets for people filled with expensive cosmetic products. Let's take a look at this. Okay, so this is a wonderful idea. If you are a millionaire and can actually afford to do this for Valentine's Day, you know what? I was just thinking watching this video, this is the second time I've watched it. I didn't even think about this the first time, but I guarantee you all the products she put in that bouquet, apart from the flowers, is PR that she already owns. She just went through her PR, picked out the pink items that she think would be good for the video, and then put them in here. She didn't actually spend the money on these things. I do not know why I didn't think about that before. And if you were to go out and buy the things that she put in this video or items similar to it, first of all, the flowers are going to cost a pretty penny. They are quite expensive, at least here in Canada they are. And then all of the products she bought or is pretending she bought, that would cost like $100 to $200 or more because you add everything up plus taxes. Like, that's quite an expense. I fear that this bouquet would cost like about half of my paycheck to put together. And that to me is not worth it. Like, flowers by themselves are enough, and a heartfelt card, that means more than going out and spending half of your paycheck building this bouquet. And keep in mind, again, she's a restock influencer. She has a following. Guaranteed this is PR that's being sent to her by brands. So she's not actually spending this money herself, but she's trying to persuade you guys to. And also another thing, who honestly needs this much stuff after Christmas? Like, you got a bunch of Christmas gifts and then guaranteed you got some of this stuff for Christmas too, or at least gift cards to go buy this stuff. Who needs to receive that much stuff just after Christmas? Who expects to receive that much stuff after Christmas? That's not normal. Like, I get the idea. It's a cute idea, right? But just flowers are fine. You don't need to go all out like that. Also, the caption says, send this to the person you want to make you a pink bouquet on Valentine's Day. Let me just read that again. Send this to the person you want to make you a pink bouquet for Valentine's Day. Can you imagine sending this video to somebody and asking them to make this and drop this amount of money on you for Valentine's Day? In this economy, are you absolutely kidding me? I would laugh in that person's face if they sent me this and be like, ha, In your wildest dreams, I can't even afford to pay my bills. Like, no. My hair is all crazy today. It's driving me nuts. I could not even fathom sending this to anybody to make me this stuff. And then what happens if you send this to somebody and you're serious about it and they don't give you that? Are you going to think they love you less? Like, that's an issue. And the fact that 5,160 people shared this is very concerning to me. Okay, the next section we are going to watch is the good old home restocks. This video would not be complete without some sort of restock element to it. Influencers restock everything because they want money off of you. It's all about affiliate links for them. These Amazon influencers, that's all it is making money off their commissions. That's the whole purpose of their content. Pisses me off. The whole Amazon influencer industry should not exist. It's the worst. If you watched the first part of 5 things influencers are trying to convince us is normal, but they aren't, you would know my thoughts on restock influencers. I was not shy about it in that video. We're gonna get into some restock videos and I'm gonna try to hold it together and not get so mad. Yeah, okay. There's no way that this ice is being used. If we have learned anything from the ice influencers prior to the TikTok ban, we already know that these influencers don't use the ice. Kaylee May, one of these restock influencers, her confession to the Peter Griffin sound, who is always making these ice videos, literally confessed that she doesn't use the ice and then backtracked and said she gives it to family and whatever. But the point being, she made these videos selling you guys ice trays and this idea that you have to make perfectly curated ice and everything else like that. Meanwhile, she doesn't even like ice in her drinks. She doesn't use them herself. And the amount of other influencers who make the same kind of content that she does and basically were like, you're not alone or you're not the only one, literally baffles me. So then now whenever I see an ice video like this, I automatically assume it's a lie, it's a fabrication, it's not something they actually use. It's all for content. It's all for views because these type of videos do very well for some reason. And it's all to get you to spend money on those ice trays that she's promoting. No one needs this much ice. Nobody needs this many ice trays. Absolutely no one. Now we're going to get into snack trays, which I didn't even think were a thing. Unless you have kids, I could understand. Some of these snack trays are just next level unhealthy. We're going to watch these videos back to back and then we'll discuss them as a whole after. Wait, did she call that a restock? Yep, restock. Okay, I'm going to pause this one because first of all, this is the same tray, just in a different color that the previous influencer was sharing. They're not the same people. And then also, why would you restock cookies when it already comes in a box in a nice tray? And then you can only fit like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cookies in this tray. Why not just use the box? Now you're taking up a space in this tray. And then you're also going to take up a space in your cupboard for the remainder of the cookies that are in the original box. This kind of stuff doesn't make sense to me. Yep, same tray. Different influencer, same tray. Okay, this is all just an ad for the snack tray. That's all this is. Like, these influencers are not actually probably eating this candy. First of all, it's unhealthy to eat that much candy every single day. But what's ironic is the fact that they're calling it a restock. Like, we'll get into that a little bit more, but like, why is it a restock? This is something you have in your house all the time. This is all just an ad for the containers. Again, Amazon influencers, that's all that they make these videos for, is for an ad. So we're going to get back into that restock thing, how they're calling them restocks. The whole point of a restock is to replenish things you already have and use regularly. So this pink candy drawer restock, you're telling me that you have pink candy, like a whole pink candy drawer all year round? That's not likely. And then these snack drawers that apparently all the influencers have these snack trays now, they're all trying to promote the same thing. You're telling me that you always have candy like that ready on the go at any given moment all throughout the year. Not likely. Like, what are we restocking here? It's not like people keep candy-filled snack trays as staples in their home year round. That's just not how it is. If it is, let me know. If you're a normal person who's not an influencer, please let me know if you have done this before seeing this video, before seeing these types of videos and being influenced to do the same thing. If that was something you did in your home before social media was a thing, please let me know. If you do have that kind of stuff in your home, guaranteed it was because influencers like this were pushing that idea onto you. And I don't want to be insensitive. I don't want to judge anyone. I'm not trying to judge anyone for doing that. But what makes me upset about these restock influencers is that the only reason they make these videos is to make money off of what you buy. They just buy a bunch of unhealthy themed food to make their videos more aesthetic and trendy because Valentine's Day is trending right now. It's almost February 14th. That's the whole reason these videos are happening. Another thing that's with these restocks is that they're glamorizing an unhealthy way of living. If you have kids and you have that amount of sugar on hand at any given moment, they can just go and eat that much candy. Kids don't have self-control. They're going to go through that so fast, and they're going to end up with health issues, cavities, digestive issues, and a whole buttload of other things wrong with them because they are consuming an unhealthy amount of sugar. These videos are all about the aesthetics, and there's literally no mention in the videos or in the captions of moderation or balance. And I feel like that's an important thing to include when you're doing this type of content where you're showing people a very unhealthy restock video, people who don't have self-control who do this probably have a lot of health issues, because how could you not if you're eating that much candy year round? I know this looks fun and harmless on the surface, but there are so many deeper issues here. From the impact on personal health to the environmental waste this overbuying creates. Where's the line between celebrating a holiday and just straight up indulging in consumerism? Now we're going to get into the home restocks. This is still under the umbrella of restock videos, but this is the home edition now. I don't know if it's Valentine's Day or if pink is just the color of the season, but I guarantee you this is a Valentine's Day themed restock video just based on the candy and everything like that, like the heart-shaped suckers. I'm going to assume that this is meant to be a Valentine's Day restock. We're going to watch some other videos as well, and then we'll discuss why these home restocks are an issue and why they're just plain unnecessary. Why does everything have to be pink in these videos? Like pink eggs, pink butter, pink honey even, pink toilet paper? Like why does everything have to be pink? And where are you getting this stuff? First of all, because I go to the grocery store all the time. I don't ever see pink versions of these items, ever. Like who genuinely needs pink toilet paper and pink butter and pink eggs? If you dye the eggs yourself, that's that's fine. That's cute. But if you're going out of your way to buy these things, like I don't even know where you could buy pink eggs, first of all. But that's besides the point. Like, where are you finding this stuff? If it's from Amazon, guaranteed they're pushing those links in their Amazon storefronts to promote these pink versions of items that you probably already have and can get cheaper at the grocery store. So what I'm going to say is clearly these people are scouring the internet for cool pink finds, ordering specialty items that are just plain unnecessary, promoting them to you, wanting to get a commission if they have an affiliate link with these people or Amazon, just to make their home over the top for Valentine's Day. And I'm not blaming just the influencers, I'm blaming the brands too, because like we mentioned in the beginning of the video, all they want to do is capitalize off of your spending habits and the fear of missing out. Like, it's not just the toilet paper, it's the heart-shaped pasta, which has been around forever. It's the pink butter, the pink honey. Apparently regular food isn't enough anymore, and now we need dyed color themed food to celebrate a holiday. Like, these are basic staples we eat all the time, and now they're being rebranded and sold to us in limited edition, holiday edition versions. It's clever marketing, sure, but at the end of the day, it's just capitalism in the most absurdly unnecessary form. If you're not sure what capitalism is, capitalism thrives on creating problems that don't actually exist and then selling you the solution. Nobody was realistically sitting around and thinking, you know what's missing in my life? Pink toilet paper. Or, you know what would really be nice on this bread? Some pink butter. But that marketing machine plants this idea in our heads. Influencers and advertisements play these things, make us think we need them, and then they sell us the solution, their products. It's not even about utility or even enjoyment. It's about selling us more. And the goal isn't to enhance our lives, it's just to keep us buying. A lot of people don't have impulse control. They'll see something, think it's cute, and they'll buy it. And it's to make us feel like what we already have isn't good enough, that we need the new and improved version of everything, even if it's as trivial as cereal and toilet paper. What happens after Valentine's Day is over? Either things are going to be thrown out, or things are going to be sitting in a cupboard, going expired, not used. Unless you're actually diligent and not a wasteful person, you will use that stuff up before you buy something else. But a lot of these influencers don't. They don't do that. All of these pink items will be shoved in the corner, in a cupboard, in the dark, in the storage closet, and be replaced by Easter-themed decor in April. So it may be fun to see everything pink and festive in these videos, but we cannot lose sight of what's really happening here. And that's about selling a lifestyle. One that's curated and expensive and is constantly keeping us opening up our wallets and spending more. Capitalism is out here convincing us that we need heart-shaped pasta and pink toilet paper and pink butter in order to be on trend, when really all we need is some perspective and a little bit of restraint. So as much as these hyper aesthetic over-the-top trends are trending right now on social media, there are more people waking up and they're starting to realize that they don't need to buy into it anymore. And I think that's a really great awakening to have. It's like the curtain has been pulled back and more of us are seeing how ridiculous it is to let marketing dictate every aspect of our lives, down to things like toilet paper and the shape of the pasta we eat. I know I'm using those two things a lot, but that's just what's in my head right now, so I'm going to keep saying it. There's a growing awareness that these trends are just clever traps set by companies to keep us spending money on things we don't actually need. You can also see this shift starting to happen online, like commentary videos and people just talking about normalcy on the internet. People are realizing that they don't need to overhaul their lives just to be on trend. Being on trend is not an important thing. Who cares what the trends are, honestly? What's really encouraging is that the conversation is shifting, and the more restock influencers and people who literally just live off of your money, the more they post and the more they try to sell you stuff, the more people are going to wake up, especially when the economy is so bad right now and most people can't afford these things. We're going to see more commentary videos. We're going to see more people speaking up and saying like how absurd this is, how wasteful this is, and more people just saying no to overconsumption. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please, like I said, let me know if you decorate for Valentine's Day, if you go all out. I genuinely want to know. I just want to know if it's become more of a thing now that social media has been pushing this narrative onto us, or if this was something that was happening before, because when I was a kid, I didn't see people going all out for Valentine's Day. I'm seeing it more now because social media, but let me know if that is something you do. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless, and until next time.